Now we're going to my ancestral homeland. These are the different subregions on the island of Sicily that grow wine. If you could take a look at this, just wonderfully drawn circle over here, this is where my people are from. So this is where my family comes from, in the island of Sicily. As a matter of fact, the picture on the left is the house my dad grew up in Sicily, which hell of a view there, don't you think? I've actually stayed in that house a couple of times. And the last time I was there, my cousin lives a couple of, like, an eighth of a mile down the road from there.
Gasper, is that Mount Etna in the background?
No, that's Mount Erisci.
Okay.
Etna's on the other side. If you go,
okay.
It's on the other side of the island, but that's Mount Erisci. It's a really cool old medieval walled town up there. It's super cool. What you see on the right, my cousin who I was staying with he grows olives. He's the most Renaissance human being I've ever met. He grows olives, grows grapes, grows artichokes. What he used to do with his grapes, he'd take them to a cooperative and he'd sell them to the cooperative and they'd make wine. And he took me to the cooperative that he sold wine to, and they make wine there. And this is how a lot of the locals buy their wine there. They'll pull up to the winery, they'll walk in with their jugs. You'll tell them what kind of wine you want. It's just like pulling up to the gas pumps. And they'll pump the wine into your thing. You'll take it home. What my cousin does is he'll take these two things home. He's got a big barrel at his house and he'll just pour it in his barrel. Are you going to say, does it oxidate? Yeah, it does a little bit, but they're used to a little bit of that oxidation, that's sort of the caramely, chocolatey flavor in their wine. This is how a lot of the locals buy their wine. And I'm sure it's extremely reasonably priced.
Gasper, they just pull up and go 3 liters, please.
Yeah, they're just. Well, actually, this measures how much you're actually buying. So
I love it.
If you only need enough to get you through the night and you don't want to buy a full tank, you can just buy a little bit and they'll just charge you for the little bit. So.
That is so awesome. I love that.
So
I think we need to bring that over here to the U.S. because that just sounds amazing. We're missing out.
Well, there's a place.
Agreed.
If you are in New York or Los Angeles or some other places, there's a place called Eataly. It's like my vision of heaven. I went to the original one in Turin one time and I just fell in love with the place. It's everything Italian, every pasta, every bread, every vegetable. And you walk into the basement and it just sort of takes your breath away. They've got every Italian wine you could think of, and they have one wall where they have, I don't think they're gas pumpy things, but they're spigots, and people just come with empty, you just buy your empty bottle and you bring it up there and they'll just fill it up with wine there for you. There's 2 or 3 of really big ones in the United States. I heard they opened one up in the Park Hotel in Vegas, and my wife and I went to Vegas right away because I had to experience the Eataly. It's like a frickin' food court. It was not the same thing that they had in the other cities. I was really disappointed, but there you go. So I just thought that would be interesting. But this is how, when we were talking about the table wine earlier, this is how a lot of the locals drink their wine. They don't obsess over regions or anything. They just want something nice to have on the table with their wine. Nero D'Avola is the wine that wine snobs started taking Sicilian wine seriously with. It gets amazing reviews around the world. Before Italy, it was just known for table wines, basic wines, and that sort of thing. Sicily was, but now it's known for so much more than that. It can be bold and full-bodied or medium-bodied and fruity. It generally has between 13 and 15% alcohol, so you can get some higher alcohol Nero D'Avolas out there. The vines really like hot and relatively dry climates, and Sicily's perfect for that. It was brought into Sicily from the Greeks during their stay on the island, and it's the most widely planted red grape on the island.